You try like half a cup in.
That's all it takes.
I could go for getting a bit drunk. Today was the day.
Today was the day, and you were the one.
And I was the one, and I did not want to be the one, nor have the day. Yet here we are.
Yeah.
You want to show your mugs?
Oh yes.
Are we heralds from the medieval times?
Yes. Hear ye.
Blessed are these who gather to witness these mugs.
They're so cute.
So my sister and my sister-in-law got Jamie and I these for my birthday.
They're so stinking cute.
So
Sarah
cute.
and Jody.
Thank you guys. We love them so much. Jamie's husband made us Moscow mules and put them in like Jamie and Will have these gorgeous Moscow mule cups. And then we were like, oh, could we have them in the mugs? He's like, he already had half made them. Yeah.
Thanks,
I had a fabulous what?
Shout out to Will.
Shout out to my
bartender.
husband.
Where the hell is my husband? Da, 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 da.
You are Actually, Brandon is getting married, and they sent out their
He's not. Brandon.
carp. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I was like, he's not?
Yeah, they got engaged this, I think it was summer.
Aw.
Yeah, I know. That was when I found out. I cried and I called him crying. I was like, you just deserve to be so happy. We love you so much, and she's so wonderful. Anyway, they're getting married May 23rd. We're very, very excited.
This year?
Yes.
So fast.
Oh yeah, and you know, they're going. But so they sent out their wedding invitations, and they asked if there was a song choice, and I wanted "Where Is My Husband."
Yes.
But then Brandon messaged me. He was like, "Andrew RSVP," and I was like, oh, "It's a song." Like when he saw it and thought I was like, "Where is my husband?" on the RSVP list. I'm like, okay, I know I'm getting old, but we don't need to don't call me Gladys. Where's my husband? No, it's a cool hip song, Brandon.
Get with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
You're young and hip. You're with it.
I
At 21.
am young. I have 2 hips, in fact. Oh, it's a bad joke. I'm a lot too.
Oh, right. I don't think that's allowed.
In news and hot topics, Quicksilver is getting a movie deal with Netflix. Did we know this?
Yes.
We did. We talked about this. I think you told us.
Allie, are you drunk?
Is Allie a little drunk too? Woo! It's a heavy pour on Will's part.
Will does like a heavy pour.
I'm not mad about it.
Mm.
Oh, and have you guys read the Empire series?
Do you mean the Empyrean series?
No, Empire.
I was like, we've definitely read the Empyrean.
Air, an Ember and the Ashes.
The Air and the Ember and the Ashes.
Like the series is called Air.
Oh.
The most recent one is called An Ember and the Ashes.
Mm-mm.
Apparently it's very popular, and the last book is coming out in September.
Mm.
Add to the TBR. I'm never getting through my TBR.
I know.
That's great.
Sometimes it feels a bit discouraging.
Yeah.
I have so many.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we should get going because I want to talk about books.
Yes. All right.
Okay, continue.
Hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Jessica,
And welcome to A Court of Books and Babes.
a podcast where 2 best friends review, react to, and rate our, and soon to be your, favorite fantasy book.
Before we press play, consider this your spoiler warning. We're operating with 0 restrictions. We'll be pulling threads from ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, and Crescent City because the worlds overlap, the themes echo, and we're absolutely saying the quiet connections out loud. If a title gets mentioned in this next section, it's on the table.
But don't worry, babes. We'll keep our non-Maasverse spoilers limited to the beginning of the pod, where we'll spill the tea, surreal style, on what else we're reading. If your TBR isn't caught up with ours, just skip ahead. All right. Now that that's established, let's begin. Okay.
We have been reading.
Oh my God, have we?
Mhm.
Do you want to start? What are you reading?
I finished Poison Daughter. Oh, did I talk about finishing Crescent City?
No, we have to talk about all of these.
Oh.
I know.
Okay, I finished Crescent City.
Crescent City 1.
Yes, Crescent City 1.
Mm-hmm.
Loved. Although, I was shocked that they do not have sex in the first book.
Right. Yeah.
I was like,
mm-hmm.
Listen, what does happen is pretty hot.
Yep.
But I'm
On
just
the
like,
couch. Mm-hmm.
when they're almost gonna do it, and I'm like, yes, yes,
Do
yes.
it. Do it.
And then
do
they're
it.
like, nah. Her mom calls, and I'm like, relatable.
I was gonna say very real.
For fuck's sakes. Whatever her mom's name is. Like, come on.
Ember. Her
Yeah.
mom's name is
Is it
Ember.
Ember?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
That's a cute name.
I thought that too, actually.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished that, loved it.
Okay.
Starting the next one.
Did you cry when Leheba died?
I had like some tears, yeah.
I sobbed over that little
Sobbed.
fire sprite. I just adored her.
Yeah.
And like how brave she is, and she's like so passionate about her people and their fight, and like that she's the
Mhm.
great granddaughter of that. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I love her so much.
I loved her, yeah. I didn't like sob. When you were like said to me, you're like, it was like the 13. I'm like, whoa. Whoa.
None can compare.
Nothing is like the 13, okay?
Go bring her
Nor
people
will there
home.
ever be literary devastation like the 13.
Right.
But yes, that was sad.
Oh, I know.
It was
And
like a surreal dying.
The creepy Kelpie guy.
Yes. I did find the conference odd. And I like it was like I don't know, it felt like a conference I would have attended. Like you know what I mean? Like the tape and you're like
It felt very real.
yeah,
Yeah.
not like when they go to like meet all the High Lords all meet and you're
Yes.
like, oh, I would love to be there. Like
Right.
that kind of thing. It's
You're like, oh, I've been here before.
it's like at
boring.
the Telus Convention Center and I'm like, oh, this again.
Everyone's wearing kind of boring shoes and like there's bad carpet. And,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
100%.
The food is meh.
Yeah.
And you're
mhm.
like, oh, cold tea.
sorry,
perfect.
TCC.
No, not them specifically, but like
Yes,
it felt-
that
it had that
feel
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
of like a hotel corporate event.
I also did not see what's his name?
Mika or Micah?
Yes.
Mm.
Coming for Bryce in the museum or in the store.
Mhm.
Store.
The gallery.
Museum, gallery,
Yeah.
whatever it is. I was like, oh.
I know.
But his death was like
Glorious.
chef's kiss. Way to go, SJM.
Uh-huh.
Because they mention the rifle so much.
They
in
do.
not so much, maybe like
They drop
for
it a couple
SJM,
times.
like
yeah.
at least 2 or 3 times before.
Mhm.
I'm like,
the God,
oh,
the God
yeah.
Slayer.
But then she like vacuums him.
Oh
I'm like, what?
that's very you, right?
This is a
right?
mess.
Gross.
Ew.
Nah.
So I was like, I don't know. The book was like so. I can see all the similarities in the writing style to like
Yeah.
Throne of Glass and
Yeah.
ACOTAR, but it was so different.
Right. Yes. Agreed.
Like
So
a
it
lot
was-
more levity.
Well, and did you in the Call Her Daddy, which by the way, folks, we did our first ever mini-sode where we talk about SJM's recent interview on Call Her Daddy with Alex Cooper. So if you
Mhm.
want to go listen, go check that out. But in that interview, did you clock that she was saying Crescent City just started as like a passion project, like
Yep.
just fun?
Yep.
And I'm
She never meant for it to be
to
published.
be published, which is I think that's why it feels so different.
I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I mean, Crescent City is still serious. Like, there's murder and, like,
Mhm.
bad guys and
Mhm.
adventure. But, like, Throne of Glass is very serious. And, like, I don't know. Crescent City just felt so different.
There's a lot of like joking around
Yeah.
and like, yeah.
And, like, bros and hoes and
Okay.
all the things.
Was there ever a moment where you thought that maybe Bryce and Danica were more than just friends?
Yes. And they call it, don't they call it out at one point?
There's one
Being
point where
like, "Were you
someone makes,
lovers?"
yes, and she's like, no.
No.
But, like-
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I kind of like would
wish
like,
they were.
Yeah.
Yes, me too.
I was like, I'm vibing with this
I
storyline.
know, but I do also love that they're just like that
Best
female friendship was so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You are really gonna like the second book I just finished then. Poison Daughter.
Okay.
Oh, standalone.
Oh,
Loved it.
okay.
The only small criticism I have is the last it felt a little rushed to wrap in the last like 2 chapters, which are short and like kind of like the tie-up, but it did feel a fraction rushed and like
Interesting.
but the rest is like
Great.
and so it's so funny that you were talking about like Direbound last time and like
Yes.
kink and like dom and submissive. Okay,
Yeah.
this book is rife.
Really? With specifically that kink or like other kink? That one. Interesting.
And it is like, well, among other things, but it is you know, triggers galore for this book, I would say. Like there's child abuse, there's domestic abuse, there's like, and it's not like overly, like it's not in the present day, the child abuse. It's like
talking about past.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a bit Zavander-y.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, kind of like that. So
the main love interest, boy or girl?
Well, there's
or does that kind of give it away?
No.
Okay.
It's a man.
Okay.
But like her previous serious relationship was with a woman.
Ooh.
And the woman and her are still like friends.
Oh.
Like very close friends. I think you will really like it because there's a sister like a sister bond in it. I don't have a sister.
Hey, sister.
So I cannot relate.
Right.
I have sister-in-laws. But no.
So like a sister by soul, by spirit.
Yes. Well, I have soul sisters as well. No, but like a growing up with someone like shared trauma.
Yes.
I mean, I guess. But like yes, that kind of, like I really liked it.
Ooh.
And yeah, it is like she does a good job telling this story. And I told you before, it's like a bit of a brat tamer.
Oh, I love a brat tamer dynamic. One of my favorites.
The MMC is outstanding. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Because I don't want to wreck it for you. But no, it was excellent. And I loved it.
I am very excited.
I like that it was one book. Now I'm like, oh, okay.
That's nice, hey.
Like it was a nice break.
I agree. From like, as much as we love these stories, sometimes when you know that you're investing into 3, 4, 5 books,
8, 12.
It's difficult for the author to maintain our interest at a really high level throughout all of it. And so you do have these periods, I find, of like waning and waxing enjoyment when there's 5 books, right? So it's nice to have just one where that momentum is able to like be quite quick.
Same thing with what did we both just read? Alchemized.
Oh, yes.
Standalone, right?
Agreed.
So you like go on the journey and then
bit refreshing.
I guess like bit with Alchemized too, like it was wrapped too quickly.
At the end,
and
yeah.
Then I got to thinking, maybe I feel like standalones are wrapped too quickly
because we're used to these huge
these drawn out like
maybe.
Epic adventures, and I'm like, yeah, but what else happens? Like, what do they do after that? Where do they go? What do they do?
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah, good
like
point.
the story's over, and you're like,
but I'm not ready for it to be over.
But now I'm invested,
right?
So it is like kind of a double-edged sword where I'm like, it wrapped too fast, but then you're like, oh, this is like 10,000 books, and it's like, I'm never gonna be done. We're never gonna know what happened.
Blood and ash.
What is the Starlight Pool?
Oh, yes.
So yeah, I was like torn between both. But I'll start Crescent City 2 tonight.
Oh my god! And I realized because you haven't met Therian, right?
Yep.
You have met Therian.
Yeah, he's in the first book.
Oh,
he helps them.
Okay, in my head, I was like, is he book 1 or book 2 only? I couldn't quite remember.
Yeah.
Okay, he's book 1 as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he just a small role.
A little bit.
But no, he's in it for sure. He calls her legs.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, legs. Oh, there's just something about that. He has a much bigger role. Book 2.
The second book is water and something. I don't know what it is. Water. Seaweed. Who knows?
A guppy and some seaweed.
Sky and water? No, Sky and Breath is the last one, I think. Breath and Sky.
Flame and Shadow?
No, that's
the last one?
Oh. Maybe it's Sky and Breath is this one? Or
again, we've never read these books.
I don't know.
We're new here.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited. I will say most people find book 2, and I would agree with this, the hardest to get through, which is a little bit atypical for SJM. Usually her earliest book, I would say, is kind of the hardest, and then gets better and better. But I quite liked book 3, and I cannot wait. I know it sounds so silly, and you laughed about this last time, but I cannot wait for you to read the last chapter of book 2, the last page of book 2, and the last line of book 2. I cannot wait. Jacqueline.
Should I just skip ahead and read it?
No, do not, or I will kill you. Jacqueline texted Kaylin and I when she read it. And as soon as I saw them, and she messaged the line, and as soon as it came through, I think I like shrieked and like dropped my phone. And then Caitlin and I were both texting her right away, and she was like, best line ever. Anyway, anyways, anything else? Yep. You're gonna start book 2, Crescent City.
Yep. Now you.
I also have been reading Up a Storm. I finished Direbound. Yep. I ended up really liking it.
Good.
It was, I had a good time.
Do you hear more about the MMC?
You do.
For heaven's sakes.
You do. Not as much as in other romantasy novels. Like it goes, the pace is a little different. I ended up really liking it. And book 2 comes out I think this month. So I'm excited to read that. I also finished The Night and the Moth.
Oh.
I loved that book.
Yeah.
I loved it. Bartholomew.
Oh my God. I know. Now you understand.
I can't.
The gargoyle. I know.
I
know.
Bartholomew.
He calls everyone Bartholomew, and you're just like, what is happening? He's so cute.
I'm obsessed with him.
Yeah.
The writing was so beautiful. It felt almost Lord of the Rings-esque to me. Like it leaned more into
very ethereal.
Yes, and mythic, and there were these bigger plot lines around like life, and what is like the Bartholomew has these kind of one-liners that I would read, and then I was when you're looking up at something, it's hard to see it clearly or so. I was like, damn, Bartholomew. And also so funny. And I loved the like burn between the MMC and the FMC.
I was not sold on their relationship vibe. I was kind of like, I don't feel like there was enough development there. It was like all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, we're in love. And I'm like, what?
Right.
There's hardly any effort at all.
Right.
Why don't you fight more?
Yeah.
What's going on?
A little more enemies than the enemies to lovers you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I was suspicious of, and again, spoilers, you heard the book title, so you know it's coming. I was suspicious of Benji.
Were you?
Yes.
I was not.
I was suspicious of him. I can't remember what was said, but there were a couple moments where she describes as he looks conflicted, and also his drinking is commented on a few times, and I was just yes. And then also this whole time I was like, why do you want all the omens? What are you gonna do with all of them? Why not just take them and destroy them? Why do you want to keep them? It was very. And so then when at the end there's the big twist, I saw it coming.
Smarter than me.
Not true, but in this time I did catch it. I did not see that the abbess was going to be the 6th omen or 5th omen. Anyway, the final omen. I didn't catch that. And then when it was you know her name, everyone knows her name, Aisling. And I was like, oh my God, Aisling's Cathedral, of course. Yeah, it was so good. And I agree, the religious undertones or overtones.
Oh, the person that makes her drown all the time. I'm like,
the abbess.
Yes. Fuck her.
Yeah. So good. That they drown. Oh my, God. And then the comment about she picks girls because they tolerate pain better. I was like, ha! Tracks is right. And then
tracks and facts.
I also am now reading 2 books. My husband got me the Book of Azrael, which I'm about.
I'm actually very excited to see what you think about that.
I'm about a third of the way through. I'm liking it so far. I'm not super, super bought in yet, but I find that a lot of these, you have to get into the world a little bit more.
Is it a standalone?
No. I think there's 4. Yeah, or maybe 5.
Is there just one out?
No, I think that
they're all out.
Well, there's 4 or 5 out. I don't know if that's all of them.
Let's not get carried away.
Right, yeah. So I'm doing that. And then I'm also reading, which is, I'm having a good time. Our friend Steph recommended it, Touched by Darkness.
Okay.
I think
Is
that's
that the
what
one
it's
she
called.
just finished?
Maybe. And it's like a retelling of Hades and Persephone.
No, maybe not. She put it in the chat and she was like, triggers
Different one.
this.
That's a different
Okay.
one. And I'm just starting this one. Like I'm maybe like a
Okay.
fifth of the way in, and it's very so far it's just very fun.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Weren't you also going to read The Ascended? Didn't you get that one too?
I haven't gotten it, but I do want to. It just
I'm like,
was,
did I dream that? Yes,
no, I do want to.
Maybe it was Caitlin.
If someone gets it, I'll borrow it. I do. It's like big on my list. Yeah. So yes, we've been reading Up a Storm.
Mm-hmm. I'm also going to start reading at the same time as Crescent City 2, a non-romantic ebook.
Okay.
The Book Thief. It's World War II.
Ooh.
Good.
Yes, everyone says it's amazing. My mom read it, Caitlin read it, and now I shall read it. So I feel like it'll be easier because I tried starting Crescent City while I was still reading Poison Daughter. And I was like, I don't like being invested in too complex like magic worlds.
Yeah, it's hard.
I really I like being into it.
Yes.
So this is not that.
It'll be different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's more soul crushing, I'm sure.
Right. You reminded me, I also got for my birthday from my mom, Frankenstein.
Oh, you did get it finally.
Yes,
Yay.
because we've been talking, she was listening to the pod and we talked about it. So that is on my list as well. So I'm like, okay, next, The Ascended and Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is so good.
I'm very excited. I can't wait.
Okay.
Okay. Should we get going?
I feel
My
like it.
sections were big, so.
Oh my gosh. So were mine.
Yeah,
I'm
it was big.
100 pages.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was a lot.
Should we have done less? If you're caught up on the reading, pull up a chair because this stretch is quieter on the battlefield, but emotionally, the tension is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
This podcast has all of our favorite R words: romance, racy, risque, and of course,
RHYSAND.
as such, it is rated R. Please listen accordingly.
We'll kick off every episode with Babes Between the Lines
Where we read what's written, obsess over what isn't.
and dig past the dialogue so you don't miss the magic, motives, or mistakes.
Chapter 13. Run. This is the first word that kicks off the chapter as Feyre and Lucian race across the frozen lake and Eris presses a flame-laden palm to the ice, his heat chasing them, thawing the ice beneath their feet.
Okay, can I pause? I do not understand why is fire the autumn courts thing when I feel like it should be summer.
I don't know.
I feel like that should be.
I feel like when I first read it, I thought
But
the same
summer
thing.
is water.
I know, but then I feel like water should just be winter and it should be ice or water.
I don't think so because fire, like if you think of like they all have flaming red hair, autumn leaves are red.
Yeah.
Like I think it's more a color thing.
Theirs would be like wind.
Wind. Oh boy.
Get cold.
Right. You're a little chilly. You need a nice cable knit sweater.
Yeah.
Not a jacket, but a sweater.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, oh no, not again. I'm a little uncomfortable.
I mean, tornadoes are scary. Those are wind.
You're right. Wind can be spooky. I take it back. You need more than a cable knit sweater against the wind.
Hurricane.
A hurricane. We live in where we
We don't
live.
get
And I'm
those.
like, we don't really get that stuff very often.
No. Or I don't know. In my mind, I never questioned that.
Hmm.
I don't question a lot in these books.
Right.
Let's be quite frank.
SJM's like, and then
I'm
they
just,
did
like,
this.
taking
And
at
we're
their
like,
word.
yes, ma'am.
Trash.
They sure did.
Okay.
Except for when she says Cassian has dark hair. Jamie and I are like,
No.
anyway, child. Water begins to splash beneath them, and arrows soon begin to find their way to Feyre and Lucian's right and left. Now, though, they are finally in the winter court, and Feyre can feel the ice in her veins wake up. She throws her palms out and refreezes the lake beneath them. But it isn't enough.
I have a question here. When her power for the ice comes back, because they're in the winter court,
It's a combination of like just generally
she
her
feels
power is
in
starting to
tune
wake
of
up,
it?
but because she's in the winter court, she feels it more strongly. It's like when she was in summer and she felt
right.
the water,
Okay.
and then exactly. Yeah, good
All
question.
right.
One arrow nicks Feyre and another goes clean through her forearm, and Eris is suddenly in front of her. She hits her knees and he stands there, demanding she come with him, willing or not. Feyre can feel more and more of her magic building in her system and suddenly emits a blinding flash of light, which buys her some time to run. I cannot believe how many times
Feyre glows.
And emits like intentionally or not. And she used like, it's also like a weird power to be like, I'm just gonna like get a little sparkly.
It's like a Care Bear.
Yes, it's an odd power, but like obviously having read Crescent City,
don't spoil it. Though.
Oh, I'm obsessed.
Starborn. Yeah.
Starborn, yeah. But Baron's sons will not be deterred. Once again, Eris is too soon in front of her and then dragging her by her hair towards the shore, a gag of flame in her mouth, fiery manacles around her feet. Again, consensual bondage only, please, Eris. But like when she's describing, like he grabs her hair like right at the root, I was like, and then he gags her. I'm like, that's a little hot. Anyway,
thinking him pressing his palm to the ice, I was like, there's hot. And then I was like, no, Jamie, stop that.
Eris is hot.
I know he is, but like, I'm not supposed to like him.
Oh, I think he's like a RHYSAND. I think he's like plays a bad guy, actually good guy.
Maybe we could get like some Eris in the new books. Like, more
I think I'm gonna,
Jessica's gonna write him in.
I'm excited about it.
Pencil it in.
Oh, he's coming, guys.
Footnotes.
And just as Feyre feels herself giving over to the panic, a shadow slams into the ice in front of her. Not a shadow, Cassian, snarling, red siphons glinting. And then another shadow hits the ice, this one with blue siphons, Asriel.
So hard to decide.
Why choose? Feyre feels Cassian's gaze on her, but he doesn't make a move. Instead, she realizes he's waiting for her. He's trained her for this. She twists, driving her bound legs between Eris's legs, and then uses her ice to smother the fiery gag and manacles. Eris lets go of her, and Cassian is there in an instant, driving his blade into Baron's oldest son's stomach. I love that he it's just very on brand.
Girl, you got this.
Right? Like he's like, I'm here. You need me. I'm here. But I believe in you.
I won't let you die, but you got this.
You got this. I know you got this.
In the office where Dwight is like, I will let death call him before I.
Right when Michael goes into the woods.
It's the same.
It's the same.
Right.
Or die before I help her.
Yeah. When Feyre is finally able to get her bearings, she looks up, seeing the Autumn Court nobles fighting valiantly, but obviously starting to lose. I mean, come on, to the strength and cunning of the Illyrians. And she realizes how this story will end. They kill Baron's sons, and no matter how deserved, the Autumn Court will then never join them against Hybern. In a soft, quiet voice, she tells the boys to stop. And without hesitation, the Illyrians do. Question, why is this so hot? Like when she just is like they're like, ah! She's just like, stop. And they're just like, I'm like, oh! There are like a few moments in this chapter I'm like, why am I so turned on by this? Like,
you're not wrong.
Feyre finally looses her hold on the glamour that has been hiding her tattoos, and dark swirls paint their way across her body, indicating not only her bond to RHYSAND, but her position as High Lady of the Night Court. The Autumn Court is aghast. Quote, there is no such thing as a High Lady.
Yeah, we'll see.
A faint smile played at my mouth. There is now. Oh, like this, she just is leaning into her villain era, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Feyre tells Cassian and Asriel to take her and Lucien home, and leaves Eris and his brothers with a warning: we'll see you on the battlefield. It will be up to them if they will choose to fight alongside the Illyrians or against them. Which, after that, how would you ever choose, to be against the Illyrians? You see them slam into the ice, and you're just like, fuck! Everyone pulls a Jamie.
Yeah.
Fuck. And then Cassian lifts her into the sky, and Asriel lifts Lucien. A very uncomfortable arrangement. Can you imagine? Like Lucian's like,
oh god.
And Asriel's just flying, and they're both just not looking at each other, just like,
It'll be over soon. It'll be over soon.
Right. Are we almost
5
there?
more
We're almost
minutes.
there. We're almost there.
Are we there yet?
Right.
Are we there yet?
Yes. As Feyre hugs Cassian while they soar, he tells her he missed her. And we all swoon.
Exactly. Oh,
Like, yeah, she like describes like kind of like burying her head into him and he goes, I missed you too, Feyre. Like, oh, I just
Cassian.
I feel like I was a RHYSAND stan. Like I adore Cassian. I was like, but I think I'm by the end of this, I'm gonna be like, nah, Cassian.
You'll like it on our team.
Mm-hmm. Cassian and Asriel fly them to the border of the quote sacred 8th territory.
The middle.
Also
known as Duskcourt.
And then set them down right in front of Moore. The girls slam into one another. Feyre is instantly asking where Rhys is, and Moore tells her he was far away, but he's racing home now. Lucian is quiet, watching them all anxiously. When Moore says it's time to go home, Feyre trepidatiously asks, which one? Moore looks at Lucian and sizes him up, quote, the stare of the Morrigan, whose gift is truth. Come on. Like,
so S3M and call her daddy, and she was like, what is
yes,
she's like, it's truth.
It's true.
It's true.
And I'm like, yeah, but what does it all mean?
Like, does she know that she's like making us all furious with this? Like,
I don't know. She was just very like,
she's like,
it's truth. And I'm
truth.
like, yeah, but what is
but like,
truth?
what does that mean?
What is the power of truth?
Oh,
Line that someone said the theory is not that it's truth, but that she can tell when people are lying.
yes.
So she can like see their intentions.
Yeah.
But then why couldn't she see with the queens?
Exactly. There are holes. Hopefully we'll be patched with book 6 and 7.
Well, whatever.
No.
I'll be like, and finally they revealed her power.
Truth.
Jamie, Jessica, and Allie just melt into the pool of starlight, which is also unexplained.
Yes.
Whatever Moore sees in Lucian, she decides she can trust, and they winnow to the townhome. Like, what did she see?
I know.
Chapter 14. They land in the foyer, and god damn, is it good to be back. Lucian's first words upon surveying the townhome, quote, there are children laughing in the streets.
Poor Lucian.
Right? Like he's been told his whole life that like RHYSAND is this like big terrifying shadow daddy.
The devil.
That they have the Court of Nightmares, that the Under the Mountain was based off of the night. Like he basically is expecting that he's going to hell and that Feyre is crazy and like, you know, and then he's like, they're there and there's the sea and there's children. And he's just like, what? Like, before Feyre can respond, a voice breaks in from behind them. Quote, that they do so at all after Hybern's attack is testament to how hard the people of Valaris have worked to rebuild. Amren, tiny ancient one. She bows to Feyre, her high lady, and Lucian's face blanches as he looks at the small, deadly woman, monster, thing, being, and he bows to her deeply.
Everybody bows.
Yes. Well, he later says, he talks about Amren, and he's like, Amren was a story told by our parents to terrify us into doing what we were supposed to, like eat our vegetables and go to sleep. That
She's
she
the
would.
boogeyman.
Yes, she's their boogeyman. And she's like, so then he bows to her. Amren smiles, observing, quote, already trained, I see.
Oh.
I just love
Yes.
her. Her one-liners, Amren, I want to be you when I grow up. Lucian asks them where they are, and Feyre responds that it's her home. This townhome by the sea, the greatest secret of Prythian, the city of starlight.
Or was.
Let's not even. No, famous for its trade and for its opera and for its theater, but the greatest secret of Prythian, I just cannot. Lucian observes that she is High Lady of the Night Court, and Feyre hears a delicious drawl from behind her. Quote, indeed she is. Hello, RHYSAND. Oh, how we missed you.
Oh, God, did we ever.
And so apparently did Feyre. A small noise escapes her as her legs give out. This like moment of like, she's been playing this role, like trying so hard and like working so hard and scared. And then she had this like, they are fleeing and then, you know, Eris is there. And then like, she's finally home. And then there's Rhys. Like, I just like can feel that like she's finally safe. You know what I mean? RHYSAND is immediately in front of her, cupping her face, love pouring out of his violet eyes. He scoops her into his arms and begins to make his way to their bedroom, telling their friends to go find somewhere else to be immediately. When they enter their bedroom, RHYSAND slides her down his body until her feet touch the floor, and then they just stare at each other, breathing one another in. Finally, Rhys speaks. When he felt the bond go dark, he had immediately raced to the spring court where Tamlin was raging through the woods, searching for her.
I forgot about this, that he went to the spring court. I was like, oh yeah, he was spying on like Hybern or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, goes to the spring court and Tamlin is like losing it, like tearing through the woods.
Good.
Feyre gives him the download, how Hybern had drugged her, how she lost her powers, the race through autumn and winter, and then it's Rhys's turn to update Feyre. Quote, Tamlin's sentries abandoned him.
Yeah.
Over half his people refused to appear for the tithe 2 days ago. Some are leaving for other courts. Some are murmuring of rebellion. It seems you made yourself quite beloved. Holy even.
That's right.
He's like, and the way he's described,
so
he's so proud and like amused. He's like, what did you do? Like,
nothing.
a little of this, a little of that. Point fucking Feyre. We learn Jurian has since returned to Hybern and Ianthe is nursing her hand, apparently injured from a fall. Like, Feyre at one point is like, yeah, she fell. Rhys is like, Rhys tells her Cassian let him into his mind and he watched what happened out on the ice. Eris's days, already numbered, are now even fewer. And then a wicked smile graces Rhys's face as he finally begins to dip his face to hers. But a thought shoves itself through Feyre's mind and she blurts out, quote, where are my sisters? Like, Allie, I love you. I love you girls so much. Time and place, Feyre. Time and place. Immediately, to his credit, Rhys stops. Nesta and Elaine are at the House of Wind, safe but not well. He asks if Feyre would like to go see them, but she declines. Soon, but not now. She asks RHYSAND where he was that he had to race to her, and suddenly he is elusive. Feyre pushes, demanding that he answer. This feels like when a little kid like does something wrong and you're like, oh, what were you doing? And then all of a sudden they're just like,
nothing.
Right, like really kind of like nothing. And then you're like, what were you doing? And you're very suspicious. This is very...
Not just the son who just tells her what he did.
Right, yeah, cool.
Like, I took the stool and I climbed to the top shelf of the pantry and I got the candy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he has no fear. He's just like, yeah, and what about it? And I'm like, well, now you can't have candy for the rest of the day. And he's like, ah! And I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? I love that he is very honest with me.
Thank you for telling me the truth.
Yes.
You're not going to do that again.
Yes, there's a lot of that. Thank you for telling me the truth. And here's your consequence. And every time he's astounded. He's like, what do you mean?
Consequences.
Yeah. I'm like, kid. Anyway. RHYSAND is also not afraid of Feyre's consequences. Feyre begins to get snappy, and RHYSAND responds with a charming, quote, cruel, beautiful female, before telling her he went to the continent to spy on Hybern.
Yes.
Feyre is furious. Alone? Like, right. Because
the most powerful High Lord in Corinthians history can't handle.
Yeah, he's a babe in the woods. Yes, alone, Feyre. But he learned nothing, and it is this ominous silence from Hybern that has all of them feeling anxious. Okay, I know that this is the adventure book, but like, can we get to getting here? Like, we have been waiting. You have not seen RHYSAND in... Oh, finally. Like, seriously,
since chapter 55.
My God. Finally, Rhys and Feyre agree with me. And Rhys begins to kiss along Feyre's neck, her ear. He murmurs against her skin, quote, my brave, bold, brilliant mate.
Oh, Rhys likes alliteration too.
Just like us. One other thing we have in common, RHYSAND. Rhys asks Feyre if she would rather be licked clean or have a bath. She's still covered in a week's worth of dirt, sweat, and blood. And Feyre picks bath? Are you kidding me? Like,
come on.
Like, throughout this whole chapter.
Yes.
I kept being like, here we go. And then I was like, Okay, it's fine. I'm not gonna keep reading. I'll be like,
Fine, she wants to be
"Here you
clean,
go." Right?
I guess.
Yes.
Sure.
Oh. RHYSAND watches her get into the steaming tub with predatory intensity, a low growl finding its way out of his mouth as he watches her bathe. And Feyre, she takes her time, slowly washing every inch of herself, vividly aware of his eyes tracking her every move. When she finishes, not like that, she takes RHYSAND's outstretched hand, thinking as she takes in every glorious shifting muscle beneath his black jacket and pants that she wants to devour him. She tells him she is, quote, ready for ravishing, and his smile is wicked as he tells her, quote, I hardly know where to begin. His fingers begin to track slowly over her body, her torso, her neck, her mouth, and then lower, lower, lower. Yes. Feyre is shaking with anticipation and grabs his hand, placing it over her heart, saying, quote, you're mine. At these words, RHYSAND unleashes himself. Okay, I wanted to quote or to stop. This is a common trope, I feel like, in romantasy. This, like, he unleashed himself, he untethered himself. This very, and I don't know if it's like hetero female or if it's just female, but fantasy of a partner being so into you that they're like, they come undone, like they cannot control themselves. And I wonder if there's something here. I remember reading years ago this article about the rise, speaking of kink, of like BDSM and how women were and are enjoying that more in the bedroom and enjoying playing submissive roles, especially if in their day-to-day life they are like very important at work and they're decision makers and power holders, and that it's this play of, again, who holds power.
That movie with Nicole Kidman that came out, I think it was last year, Baby Girl.
Oh.
And it's about that. Like, she's
Is
this
it?
powerful corporate CEO, and this guy that she like starts seeing is like 12. He's like 25.
Okay.
And I think she's his boss even.
Oh,
Anyways.
And is she submissive to him in this?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, this like power thing. And so when we're talking about this idea of like a man being unleashed, it makes me think about us discussing how women like to feel desired, and the idea that a man desires you so much that he almost like loses control is very erotic. But then also like that control and power are sort of tied up in the same theme, I would say. Yeah,
but not in real life. We don't want men controlling us in like
no, exactly, in day to day, but like dans le boudoir.
Yes, dans le boudoir. J'aime ça. Yeah.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
And then, when Feyre finishes for real this time, her orgasm ripples through her, quote, leaving my skin glowing like a newborn star in its wake. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Stop. It is literally everywhere.
It's everywhere. And that, like, I'm so glad you have read Crescent City, because if you hadn't, I would just be like, anyway. I'm so glad. Okay, chapter 15. Feyre and RHYSAND rejoin the inner circle to find Lucien, Cassian, and Azriel all sitting awkwardly together in the sitting room. Feyre feels initially bad when she sees Lucien is still in his filthy, travel-worn clothing, but the feeling flees when she notices his lip curling when he sees their mating rings. RHYSAND warns Lucien that any threat to Feyre or the inner circle will result in Lucien's immediate demise. And then Lucien snaps at RHYSAND. Idiot. Snarls with hurt and envy that Rhys seems to have gotten everything he wanted. You can just feel in this moment, like, Lucien is just feeling bad for himself. He's like, I lost my best friend. I didn't have my home court.
Okay,
I went and I found another.
Friend in quotes.
Sure, frenemy.
Terrible friend.
Like, he's lost all this stuff. He gets a mate. Oh, she hates him and is already engaged to a Fae-hating mortal. Like, he just is like, could I just have one thing go? And now he's been abducted by this. She was like a little sister to him, and now she's like, anyway, he's having a bad time. Yeah. And he snaps at Rhys. Quiet, cold rage fills the room. Quote, I will only say this once, warned the High Lord of the Night Court. I suspected Feyre was my mate long before I ever knew she was involved with Tamlin, and when I learned of it, if it made her happy, I was willing to step back. Lucien bows to the indomitable power in Rhysand's voice, saying that it appears a longer story needs to be told.
Yeah. From Lucian's perspective, I can see, but also knowing what Lucien knows about Tamlin now, and he's like, I see you got everything you wanted, and it's like, well, you saw how Tamlin behaved too. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
You think he deserved Feyre? Get real.
And Feyre does say that, and she's like, you saw how he treated me. Because, this is a bit of a bigger fight than what we'll talk about today,
Sure.
But it's they kind of go back and forth a little, and Feyre's like, you saw how he treated me. You saw the situation I was in. This was not, would you have wanted me to stay? Really? Should you have stayed? Should any of us have stayed?
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, well, no. But he just is, he's having a hard time. It is, he's really wounded right now. And he's looking at these people who are
enemies.
They were supposed to be enemies, and now they're all happy. And the one was his friend. And it's very just confusing for him. Feyre asks Lucien if he would like to join her at the House of Wind to see Elaine, and he quickly agrees. Cassian carries Lucien this time, and Rhys carries Feyre. Where is the fan art? I need to see Cassian flying with Lucien, or Asriel flying with Lucien. And do they hold them like baby girl? Are they in their arms, holding them, and they're just like this, or are they holding them bear hug style, and just and
I think it must be princess style,
baby girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I must see this. Please, someone make this fan art. I have to see it.
I'll get on the co-pilot.
Yes,
I can come up with.
Please. When they land on one of the House of Wind's many balconies, Feyre asks Rhys and Cassian to go inside and leave her and Lucien for a moment. The parallels here to when Feyre first met the Inner Circle, it was also going into the it's very interesting. And here is where Feyre tells Lucien everything, eventually summoning Rhys back to share his section of the story, Cassian chiming in occasionally with his own insights.
God, I love him.
He every now and then is described as talking about how annoying it was to be with two people who were mated but not yet mated, and pretending that he doesn't know.
Get it together.
Yes,
how you're together.
How annoying it was. Afterwards,
okay, he's one to talk.
Right. Oh, and we see that in just a little bit here. Afterwards, silence, shock. It's all true. He would have laughed at her had she told him, but he sees it with his own eyes. Rhys is no monster. The Night Court is no torture chamber, at least not entirely. And Feyre is loved and safe here, as are all the members of Rhysand's court. Feyre finally takes leave of him, giving him a few minutes to himself when she goes to see her sisters.
Oh God, buckle up.
Quote, there was a coiled, razor-sharp tension in Cassian, a tension that grew more taut with every step towards the double doors of the library. This is delicious. On a reread, I'm just yes. They open the doors, and there she is, Nesta, curled up in a chair with a book in her hands. She shoots up when she sees them, her back straight. Her first words, quote, "You're back," followed quickly by, quote, "What do you want?" aimed at Cassian. Hey, Ness, nice to see you
Don't
too.
wound him.
Cassian.
Baby boy.
Who's baby boy?
Cassian.
Cassian's baby boy.
Yeah.
Forever.
Sure he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cassian, baby boy, is not deterred by her chilly demeanor and strolls over, picking up her book, saying he wouldn't have pegged her for a romance reader. Have you noticed that SJM includes romance readers in all?
Lenaba?
Yes. Loves
Nesta?
romance. And then in Throne of Glass, who reads romance? There is someone. Is it Aelin?
Or Lysandra?
One of them reads romance. It might be Aelin, actually. I think it is, because in book 1 in Assassin's Blade, she's reading stories.
Oh,
yes. There's always a reader of romance, which I love.
And also, most of the women enjoy reading.
Yes. It's a nice little nod to the fandom.
Agreed. Aligned.
Nesta asks why Feyre is here. And Feyre feels that like a gut punch. Like,
Nice
and
to
she
see
kind
you
of,
too. I just got home from like destroying the person who tried to destroy you. Like, you're welcome.
And she kind of says that. She's like, you're my sister. I care for you. I wanted to make sure you're okay. Like, I saw that you were hurt. Nesta is mocking, saying she isn't the one Feyre should be worried about. Elaine, we learn, will not leave her room, barely eats, barely drinks.
I mean, maybe she'll die.
Jamie. Jamie. Feyre says Elaine's mate is here, and this adds gasoline to Nesta's silver flames. She advances on Feyre and RHYSAND. No, I
was like, clever.
No, that's me. She advances on Feyre, and RHYSAND slides an invisible shield in between the sisters. Even Rhys, and at this point, like, Nesta hasn't shown her powers, but even Rhys saw what was in her eyes when she came out of the cauldron, and he's like, like,
no, thank you.
No, thank you. Cassian, however, once again, seems to be the only one unafraid of the eldest Archeron. When Nesta threatens them, Cassian laughs, asking what exactly Nesta's going to do. This sends Nesta to hissing and spitting, which only amuses Cassian further. Feyre, RHYSAND, and Cassian leave Nesta to her book once more and go to Elaine next. Locked in her room, staring out a window, unmoving. Her eyes are hollow, her cheeks gaunt, her skin colorless. All Elaine says when she notices Feyre is, quote, I want to go home. When RHYSAND gently asks Elaine if they can get her anything, she just repeats it.
Why don't they just fucking send her back then? If she wants it that bad, like, then fucking go. You're in paradise with friggin' the most beautiful men of all time. And she's like, how do you know? Like, are you fucked right now? Like, I mean, I get it. She's like, was in the cauldron and now she's high fae. Also, I don't understand why people are upset about being high fae. I can't. If someone told me now you have magical powers,
you would have been like the mortal queens lining up, like, let me in.
You're thin, you're beautiful forever. You have these gorgeous clothes.
Eternal
you're
youth.
rich.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's a hard knock life.
This is how I feel. And
everyone finds something to complain about anything.
Yeah. I feel like Elaine, though, like her
weaponizing competence, or like,
is like worse than Nesta just being like mean. Like Elaine, and like Nesta's I mean, I guess everyone reacts differently to like trauma, and like you have to give people their space to like live how they want to go through it. But I find like Nesta's is more like, I don't know. Elaine is just so like, there are no words. She's exhausting.
She would be exhausting to be around, I think. And we're going to get into it a little bit in Hot Takes, Theories, and Thirst, but she is described a lot in this section with words that are like avoid and death-like, and I'm curious about what that might mean.
And it gives Bella from Twilight.
Oh, like a bit like pathetic and weepy, and like
when Edward leaves.
Right.
And she just like sits watching out the window.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Like that reminds me of Elaine here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you're like, girl, yeah, and that is my least favorite bookend movie of that series.
There you go.
Although the last two movies that made the third book into two movies, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I watched Twilight.
I know, we're doing Friday.
Never read them.
I thought we were doing Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, that too.
I never read them, and then I watched them during COVID, and it was like teaching.
Do you want the books? I have them. You can read them. The books are way better than
you have to finish ACOTAR. Yeah, I like. You may not.
I still have not finished these movies before.
Stop. We stopped talking about that. Allie, catch up.
I know.
Meanwhile, I'm on like my 20th book
of the year.
Right. Yes. And then Lucian is at the door, his face stricken with grief as he beholds his mate, an aching, empty shell of who she once was.
All right. I mean, she was like pretty and like charming before, and like
vivacious,
friendly and bubbly.
Sweet. Yeah. She went and like bought Feyre paints
when they were rich again.
No,
when they were poor, Feyre bought her own paints. Right? I thought.
No, it was Earl. No, I'm pretty sure Elaine bought her paints. You want to fact check that, Allie?
That might be one redeeming point.
Pretty sure that Elaine bought her the paints, and then Feyre painted any and everything that would hold still long enough for her to do so. Like her in the fucking cottage. Don't even.
Yes. Well, they were still living in poverty in the cottage 2 years before the events of ACOTAR. She smoked their limited money to buy 3 cans of paint.
Elaine.
Blue, red, and yellow.
All right.
Like, she's a good sister, and I think she's a good person.
Is she a good sister?
That's a good point. I think
she's a kind person.
I think she wants to be a good sister versus I think Nesta, that was not a motivating factor for her for a long time.
She's just vulgar gesturing like the entire Perithian.
Mm-hmm.
I am so excited to read Silver Flames.
Yeah, the second time
will be so good.
And I feel like Wings and Ruin has the most references to like the other books so far. I think once we get into Silver Flames, we'll be like, our heads will be exploding.
I can't wait.
Jessica can't wait. Chapter 16. We opened at the House of Wind, where RHYSAND is playing Gracious Host. And by gracious host, I mean he's giving Lucian a bedroom, a wardrobe, and just enough polite baiting to make the poor fox question every life choice he's made.
Shit, this guy.
Rhys cannot help himself, obviously. It's in his job description. Feyre shuts it down, though, immediately, which honestly feels like a very stop antagonizing the refugee moment. Like, Lucian literally has no home. Like,
Jamie.
Should I not say that?
I don't know.
We can cut that out. No? Yes.
I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty funny. All right. Think about cutting that out. War-torn court.
He is a refugee.
He is.
Truly. In the definition, he actually is.
Truly. Jamie, I am agreeing with you. That came out of left field and I enjoyed it.
All right. Lucian, however, is barely holding himself together and cuts straight to the point. Elaine. Feyre hesitates, and she's not wrong to. Nesta might actually murder him on sight if he appears anywhere near her sister right now. So the ruling stands. Stay out of sight and out of the Archeron blast radius.
Which is wide.
Give him a wide berth.
Yeah.
Rhys then clarifies that Lucian is not a prisoner. He can come and go from the House of Wind whenever he wants, with a few minor conditions. House rules include no winnowing in or out, use the stairs to enter and leave, only 10,000 of them. No big deal.
We'll get very familiar with those soon.
Do not speak or even look at Nesta or Elaine, and if he needs anything, including books, talk to the servants. After receiving the world's most polite restraining order, Lucian turns to Feyre as they leave and quietly says, quote, "Thank you." And that tiny moment says everything. He knows exactly how much worse this could have been, and also like how fortunate he was to end up here with her.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
She could have, like, in that moment with Ianthe in the woods, like, he was basically saying, go. She could have.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Her character would not allow it.
Nope.
Next stop, Amren's apartment.
Yay!
Which is less cozy library and more ancient creature surrounded by knowledge and mild hostility. She is like in a mood in this chapter.
Is she?
Mora and Azriel are already there while Amren rifles through her books trying to find a way to repair the wall. Her first helpful suggestion when the remaining family members arrive is, quote, "You should kill Baron and his sons and set up the handsome one as the High Lord of Autumn. Self-imposed exile or no, it will make life easier."
Stop.
It's very like Cassian of her.
Yes, just kill them.
Yeah. Easy there, tiny ancient one.
Lucian. Or no, not sorry, Elaine and Lucian. Amren and Lucian.
No, Amren's with
Varys? No. Is that his name?
Varian?
That's not
Varian.
Varian?
Varian.
Who are we talking about?
I'm like, Varys is
We're
in Game of Thrones, so that's not it.
We're talking about Tarquin's brother.
Yeah, it's like
the prince or whatever.
Varian?
The other prince.
I think it's Varian.
I think it's Varian. I think that was right, Al.
Yeah. Anywho, this feels very much like Cassian's school of conflict resolution. Eliminate the problem.
Yeah.
When he's just, who did he want to kill? Oh, the queens. He's like, we should just off them all.
Just kill him.
I mean, Nesta has the same sentiments
right.
in the chapters.
They're well matched.
The conversation pivots to Cassian and Nesta. Feyre asks how often he's been visiting the House of Wind. Cassian brushes it off and says he just goes there to exercise his wings. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, General. His training offers have been repeatedly rejected, but Cassian understands why. His emotional intelligence is doing the heavy lifting here. He recognizes that Nesta feels violated, that her body was taken from her and remade without consent. And Cassian? Well, he wants revenge. But Rhys reminds him the war is coming and personal vengeance might have to wait. Which, respectfully, Rhys, that is a little rich, considering your mate just dismantled the spring court out of spite.
Entire court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, hold your horses, Cassian.
Right. Let's be strategic.
Your personal vendetta may have to wait. I'm like,
all right,
sir.
All right.
Also, if Cassian killed Hybern, like, good.
Yeah.
Anywho. Rhys. God love you. Anywho, back to the task at hand. The Book of Breathings. The book greets Feyre like an old enemy. Quote, hello, sweet-faced liar. Hello, princess with ellipses. Put that in your pocket for later, babes, because I have questions. And so does Jessica. She calls Azriel and more buffoons, curses the book for its endless muttering, and questions why RHYSAND brought his, quote, yapping pack into my home. Iconic. Actually, I kind of feel bad because Azriel and Cassian get referred to as like dogs or like lackeys several times. Because Amren's just like, oh, you again.
Right.
You too.
I think she has low tolerance for like men generally. She's like, ugh.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, relatable.
But Rhys didn't bring everyone for nothing. The inner circle confirms what Dagden told Feyre is true. Cassian simply slides a finger across his throat. If Hybern gains allies while Prythian stands divided, they are in big trouble. And I can just see Cassian like,
Yink.
Are you 12? Like, what is happening
I adore him.
The issue is the Night Court hasn't exactly been winning popularity contests for the last few centuries. Rhys's terrifying High Lord persona has done its job a little too well.
Yes.
So this is again an instance where it's coming back to bite him
them.
in the ass.
Yeah.
So they started looking elsewhere. What about Draken and Miriam? Feyre asks. Surely they might come out of retirement after what Rhys did for them in the last war. Which leads us into a small but extremely interesting lore drop. Miriam died once and was resurrected by an object. Okay, this was the mask from the Dead Trove, right?
I don't remember.
Because the mask is the one she gets from the lake. And that's the one that has the resurrection powers, no? Because the harp is kind of more like time travel, isn't it? Like you pluck the strings and go places.
Yeah.
And then what's it? The crown is what?
Mind control.
Yeah. So I think it must be the mask. No? Jessica seems to think she's going to spoil something. So we'll move on. Anywho, see you soon, Silver Flames. Meanwhile, the group also realizes something else. Jurian is likely being controlled through his obsession with revenge against Miriam, which raises another important question. How many revenge plots are currently happening in Prythian? The answer is
I'm mad at you.
a lot. Like, everyone's like, I want revenge. And it's like,
blood rubies for all.
Yes, exactly. It's a bit much. Hybern, meanwhile, is fully mobilizing for war, and his people support it. He spent decades letting poverty and resentment fester so that reclaiming Prythian and reinstating the golden age of High Fae, which was in air quotes, feels like justice to them. Prythian will be the example for anyone who defies him and defends the treaty.
Momo, my angel girl, no.
She has her ball.
Princess. She's so loud too.
I know. So she's a bit much.
That's an interesting, let's just leave that. That's an interesting observation about the golden age and all of that. Get it, SJM.
I'm side-eyeing Jessica. Moore then says something interesting. Quote, perhaps we did them a disservice in not sharing enough of our wealth, our territory. Perhaps we are to blame for allowing some of this rot to fester.
More.
If you're side-eyeing that statement, you are not alone.
Side eyes left and right over here.
I know. It makes it sound like she almost like sympathizes
with
them.
Hybern.
Yes. Another check in her villain arc. Momo.
Momo's like, I agree.
Oh my god.
Look at Amy snuggling you.
Oh,
Best
boy.
friends.
Meanwhile, the Bat Boys have been busy behind the scenes, spying, spreading rumors, stirring conflict among Hybern's allies to keep them distracted. Strategic chaos. We love to see it.
Always.
But then we arrive at the real headache, the mortal fucking queen.
Oh, God.
Why have they gone silent? What exactly did Hybern promise them? Why can't Azrael or Rhys get into that fucking castle? And why hasn't Hybern used the cauldron yet? That last one, at least we actually can know. It's a wee bit broken.
Emptied, right?
I thought it had like one of its feet was missing.
And I think it was also drained because of it took all the power to like make Nesta and...
Okay, so then this is also interesting. The cauldron, which made... Momo! Stop! Oh my god. She's a bit much. Zip it over there. The cauldron that literally made the world is drained from turning two people high fae. Like, is it broken because Nesta took from it?
That's a really good.
Like, is that why it's not powerful anymore because it has stuff taken from it? Like, because I'm like, seriously, it's drained from like turning 3, call it, if it turned all the queens, okay, call it like 7 people fae. That doesn't make any sense. If it literally
made the world.
Later in the book, oh my gosh, Feyre's talking to Nesta and just like is pondering what her powers are. And like she's like poses a question to herself in her head about like what happened inside of that cauldron. And I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, she just went in. And then she just came out. But then I'm like, Jamie's got a good point. Maybe she took shit out of there. Something sneaky was happening. Okay.
How much butter is my tummy?
Maybe.
Maybe something happened.
Maybe. Anywho, Amren still has no solution for fixing the wall, which leads Feyre to propose something extremely on brand. We're going back to the cauldron to try and break it again. Everyone agrees that's probably not going to work, but Feyre thinks maybe her magic could help repair the wall. After all, she was made. Which is when Amren calmly reminds everyone of something very obvious. Nesta and Elaine were made too, directly by the cauldron.
Right, this part.
Feyre then instantly shuts down the idea of her sisters being part of the plan. Amren fires back with, quote, "You sound exactly like Tamlin."
Oh
boy. Yeah.
This is to Amren?
Amren says that to Feyre.
Amren says it to Feyre.
Because Feyre's like, under no circumstances will my sisters be a part of this plan and helping try to like defeat Hybern.
Boom.
And Amren's like,
sit down, girl.
Okay, Tamlin. You want to double down on that
This
too?
is why she and Nesta make such good friends eventually.
So Mor nearly loses it on Amren, but Feyre stops her because she realizes Amren isn't entirely wrong. If Nesta and Elaine are involved, it will be their choice.
That's Swergo.
And there it is, high lady behavior.
Absolutely. And it's hard to like have someone clock you for something, especially in front of other people, that's like a little bit hurtful and offensive, but true. And that's like that's tough. That's a tough thing to navigate. Good for Feyre.
Amren suggests step 1, get the sisters out of the House of Wind. Rhys responds dryly, quote, "I'm not entirely sure Valaris is prepared for Nesta Archeron."
God bless Nesta.
He is not wrong.
No.
Feyre immediately snaps back, quote, "My sister's not some feral animal." Feyre, respectfully. Yeah, tongue in cheek. Elaine isn't doing much better either. She's barely present, repeating that she was supposed to get married next week. Which, okay, in this instance, again, fair. I'll give her this one. Still simmering from Reese's comment, Feyre outlines the world's most ambitious to-do list for our inner circle. 1. Patch the hole in the wall before Hybern uses the cauldron. 2. Fight the war before other territories join Hybern. 3. Acquire the cauldron.
And then get some milk while you're at the store.
Yeah. Simple, totally manageable. Just
That's
your
right.
average Tuesday.
That's right.
And then Rhys drops the bombshell, quote, tomorrow invitations go out to every High Lord in Prythian for a meeting in 2 weeks. It's time to see who stands with us and make sure they understand the consequences if they don't.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that, the quiet planning phase ends. The High Lords are about to be summoned, and Prythian is about to pick sides.
Oof.
Chapter 17. Feyre is soaring over Valaris and Cassian's arms as they head to the House of Wind. The Inner Circle has just finalized the date and time for the High Lords meeting. The location, still undecided. Because let's be honest, none of the High Lords would ever agree on neutral ground anyways. So the invitations will go out with the time and everyone can argue about the venue. Democracy.
Sounds like planning an event, to be honest. Like, I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Nobody agrees. Everybody just shut up and show up. We get a quick reunion with Nuala and Caragwen.
Yay!
Which is sweet, but Feyre's brain is currently doing what it does best, spiraling. Because Rhys has been weird. Ever since Feyre stood up for Nesta at Amren's apartment, Rhys has been watching her, hovering, orbiting, observing. And Cassian is not helping the situation. Oh my god, this part was so funny. He's roasting her outfit choice, delicate shoes paired with Illyrian fighting pants. Feyre insists that she's not expecting to go to war after dinner, and Cassian, ever the realist, responds, quote, your sister will be there. I'd say that's battle of 20. Cassian. God bless him. The conversation turns to Nesta, and both Feyre and Cassian acknowledge something important. She isn't just different because she's high Fae now. She feels different. Her steel and fire didn't soften when she went into the cauldron. They magnified. Nesta isn't simmering. She's pressurizing.
Steel hay.
It's on the page.
Iron Tooth Witch.
Yes. We then get a heartbreaking confession from Cassian. His guilt is eating him alive. He made a province. He made a province. In case anyone was wondering. He made a promise to protect Feyre's sisters, and when it mattered, he couldn't stop what happened.
Oh, Cassian.
And Feyre remembers exactly how hard he tried. It's been in her nightmares, actually.
Yeah.
And she says, Cassian crawling across the floor, wings shredded, bloody, dragging himself towards the cauldron. This poor male truly gave everything he had, which leads Feyre to ask the question that will haunt readers for approximately 5 books. Quote, why do you bother, Cassian? Because I can't stay away.
Oh, babes, in the field.
There it is. Nesta arrives for dinner. Elaine does not. Lucian, meanwhile, has cleaned up nicely and is looking hella fine.
Of course he is.
Says so.
That he looks good?
Yeah, she's like, oh, Lucian looks good.
Was gonna come.
Oh, he's like, I'm gonna look nice. And he's like, fuck. Nothing ever turns out my way.
Poor Lucian. Feyre notices he looks very much like what he is, the son of a High Lord. Lucian is confused by the mixed dress code in Valaris because some people are dressed formally and others look ready to spar in the backyard. Feyre explains that the Night Court philosophy is people wear what they want. Freedom. Imagine that.
Shocking. How refreshing.
She offers to show Lucian around Valaris sometime, but he simply says he understands now why she chose this place. Why she chose Rhys. Freedom over suffocation. Then Nesta arrives. And what an entrance! Feyre describes her as devastating in a flowing dark blue gown. Moore immediately sweeps in, admiring the dress and gently suggesting a future shopping trip together. Credit where credit's due. Moore is genuinely trying to make Nesta feel welcome.
Yeah.
Feyre quickly realizes the dress likely came from Rhys, specifically from his mother's wardrobe, which is actually very sweet. Yeah. I love that part. I was like, oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
Because Moore's always like, then they kind of get into it a bit about like, Moore's like, he still won't tell me where your Starfall dress came from. And we know it came from.
Right.
And she's like, I don't know where he gets these dresses, is what Moore says.
His mother.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Luckily, they're all the same size. 00.
Right.
Skinny.
Yeah.
Do you think, I'm like, this is such a stupid thing to think. I'm like, do you think Goldie would ever want any of my old clothes? Probably not. She'll be like, they're so lame and not cool. But I'm like, this idea of like her having like all these dresses to like give to like.
From when Mom was in her Jersey Shore era.
I did not. I
What?
never had a Von Dutch hat. No,
I have a Von Dutch hat.
I don't.
I did not. Mm-mm. No.
Crazy.
But I'm like, I have a couple of like nice like
Also
designer.
got a bunch of winners, juicy sweatsuits, and Von Dutch.
everything aughts is
Oh,
like
you
back,
see.
including eating disorders. So, you know, take that for what it is.
Anyway,
Back to the dress and how devastating she looks. Cassian, meanwhile, is absolutely locked into the interaction between Moore and Nesta. Not flirting, not admiration. He is concerned. Like, deeply concerned. He's like, because those two women colliding could go very poorly. Moore jokingly says she wants to steal the dress. Nesta looks her up and down and says, quote, I don't return the sentiment. Azrael literally chokes on his wine. Moore asks for more wine, and Cassian immediately volunteers to go fetch it. Babes, dinner is going so well.
Oh,
It's going so well.
Nesta, why are you the way you are?
Exactly.
God.
And I mean, Moore's dress is like scanty. Like it has cutouts and
Yes.
it's of course red.
Yes.
And like she says, luckily she's not the same size as Nesta. So
Mhm.
Moore's like a 2. Okay.
Right.
So
She's so thick.
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
She needs to go on a diet.
Oh, stupid.
Feyre tries to smooth things over, reminding Nesta that everyone here means well. Nesta could not give a flying fuck.
Right. Yeah. She's like, I don't care.
So Amryn then decides to try her hand at engaging Nesta, beginning with, quote, you're a real piece of work.
Get her, Nesta.
You mean Amryn?
Oh, yep. Amryn.
Feyre's internal dialogue sounds something like, fuck. Nesta fires back, quote, why do your eyes glow? And what is beneath? Cue Feyre calling under the dinner table. She's like, oh my god, oh my god.
Don't talk to her like that.
And
She's scary.
And everyone is like,
Panic breathing.
no one's breathing.
No
It's like
one's
dead
breathing at
silence.
all.
And everyone's just like, Amryn, delightfully unbothered, gives a very interesting speech riddled with foreshadowing, quote, we are the same, you and I. Not in the flesh, not in the thing that prowls beneath our skin and bones, but I see the kernel, girl.
Ooh.
You did not fit the mold that they shoved you into, the path you were born upon and forced to walk. You tried, and yet you did not, could not fit. And then the path was changed. I know what it is to be that way. I remember it, long ago as it was. Nesta is still unimpressed, obviously. Amryn, with a serpentine smile, adds one final quote. When you erupt, girl, make sure it's felt across the world.
Oh.
We will be talking about this in Hot Takes. Hot Takes, Theories, and Thirsts, which is either encouragement or a prophecy.
Probably both.
Rhys, sensing dinner is about to spiral into an existential confrontation, smoothly redirects everyone's attention back to dinner. Lucian, still confused by the night court customs, asks about the seating arrangement. Rhys responds he can sit wherever he wants, just hurry up because he's fucking starving.
Right.
So Lucian in his head is like, weren't you going to sit at the head of the table?
Right.
And Rhys is like,
He's like, I don't give a fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
just sit down. We're like, we'll want to eat.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, I mean, of course, Lucian, it's so interesting to see how, like, Lucian was affected by Tamlin in the spring court now that he's in the night court.
Yeah.
And him and Feyre have so many similar questions. And like you said, how it mimicked, like, the leaving, like, the way they enter the House of Wind the
yes.
first time. Like, his questions echo what Feyre
Feyre's
asked.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so interesting. Then, with a snap of his fingers, dinner appears. And we finally get a look at what Night Court family dinner actually looks like. The bickering begins immediately. Feyre notes Asriel is the only one with actual table manners. Cassian and Morse scoff, not because she's wrong, but because she didn't need to say it out loud. They argue about training, they argue about the ladies in the inner circle, and at some point, vulgar gestures are exchanged and tongues are stuck out in mutual contempt.
I love it.
It's loud, messy, affectionate, and extremely normal, which is probably very confusing for Lucien.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the casualness of it all, and like, when people kind of snap back at Rhys, he's like,
scared.
Yeah. But then nothing happens, and it's like,
oh, it's okay. Yeah.
Eventually, conversation returns to the High Lord's meeting, and Rhys shares the plan with him. Lucien asks questions and then, surprisingly, offers his opinion. Unlike the Spring Court, Rhys actually invites him to speak. He has a voice.
Right.
Lucien warns them that Baron and Eris will almost certainly weaponize the knowledge of Feyre's powers.
Right.
Or worse, take that information straight to Hybern in exchange for leverage. Rhys considers this carefully, then decides that Asriel and Lucien should meet to figure out what the Autumn Court currently knows, which honestly is a very interesting partnership.
Asriel and Lucien.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like, and also knowing that like Lucien is Elaine's mate and Asriel kind of like
bit of a crush.
Yeah, I'm like,
Rhys, what are you doing here?
Elaine's gonna live out her why choose fantasy.
Oh my god,
if it is Elaine that has a threesome in these books, I am gonna be really upset. I will be displeased.
If you had to pick a threesome in the ACOTAR series, who?
Cassian and Asriel.
With?
Oh, I thought you meant for myself. Obviously.
Ouch.
Oh. I'm like, huh? That's not convenient. Duh.
Jay's like me, the star of the series.
Hello? Have we met?
Jamie Archeron.
Who else would it be?
Okay, then maybe I would say Amryn, but I feel like she's just so mean. But then maybe Moore. Moore is like
More Asriel and Cassian.
Yeah.
Really?
Moore is like, I feel like she's like
I both had a thing for her too.
dirty.
Yeah.
Only if Asriel didn't have hurt feelings after.
Yeah.
I'm like Nesta all the way. Nesta, Cassian. Because she even like fantasizes
She does
about
fantasize about it.
Jamie
it. Sorry, James. No, I mean, look, girl, I want for you whatever you want, but I don't think this is going to happen.
Rude.
That's great.
Rude. Just when everyone thinks the evening might finally wind down, Rhys casually announces there's another meeting they need to attend, and soon. Chapter 18. That's right, babes. We're heading back to the Court of Nightmares.
Ooh.
And before anyone asks why we would voluntarily return to the place with the worst vibes in Prythian, the answer is simple. Kier.
Ugh.
Specifically, Kier's extremely terrifying private army known as Darkbringer Legion.
Right.
Now, the last time Rhys visited, things did not go well. Mostly because Rhys shattered Kier's arm like a dry twig.
As he should.
So there's that. But the war is coming, and an army like that is impossible to ignore. Nesta, ever the practical one, asks the obvious question. I feel like Nesta, like when you're on a first read, she asks the questions that like
you're
the reader
wondering.
has. You're like, oh, why the fuck don't you just do this?
Yes.
And then there's like, oh, well, because this. And you're like, oh, yeah.
You're like, okay. But then everyone's kind of like hard on her about it.
Yeah. So she asks, why can't Rhys just force Kier to fight? Oh, Nesta, it's always a choice. Rhys explains that the entire agreement allowing the Court of Nightmares to remain under the mountain hinges on one thing. They cannot be forced into war. And historically, they have chosen not to fight.
Right.
Twice. Is this a little crossover Easter egg? Because they talk about 2 previous wars, but like long ago. Before the dawn of time.
Oh, interesting. Like the one war would be the war right before the wall, but then what's the other one?
Nope, he fought in the war before the wall. So
the Darkbringers fought in that one.
Yes, so 2 previous to that.
Interesting.
Put that in your Easter basket. I don't know what they are, but some.
Okay, interesting.
Rhys points out that Kier did fight in the last war, so it's worth asking again. Moore immediately scoffs. Kier agreeing out of goodwill? Absolutely not. Which is when Rhys channels full mafia energy and basically goes Marlon Brando in The Godfather. He'll make him an offer he cannot refuse. Moore then adds an extremely comforting detail. The Darkbringer Legion is horrible. Like, worse than the Illyrian warriors horrible. So, like, they're vicious, and they don't treat women well, and they're kind of, like, out of control, is basically how she makes it sound. Like, they'll answer to no one and nothing, and there's no rules, and they have no...
like honor.
No honor or loyalty, or they're just as likely to turn on you as they are to fight for you, kind of thing.
Right.
And then Rhys just assures her there will be rules. And Moore's like, okay. But ultimately she does decide to go with them because she says it'll make it worse if I'm not there. So I always feel like Moore has like an axe to grind, obviously, with Kier for giving her away.
Yeah.
But like, she always has to be seen as strong and like unaffected. And I feel like that's a bit sad for her.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. It just makes me feel bad for her.
Yeah.
Cue a very tense silence. And then Feyre casually announces she will be training with Cassian tomorrow at 8 a.m. Oh, and by the way, Nesta is welcome to join. The answer is an immediate and deeply unsurprising no. But Feyre isn't done dropping plans tonight. She also announces that she intends to learn how to fly. Get it, girl?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The group points out this might be slightly difficult, considering she lacks the time to train to meet the requirements for aerial combat. But Rhys supports the idea because, well, of course. Not because she'll become a sky warrior, but because learning the mechanics of flight could help her escape if she ever needs to. Then something wonderful happens. Asriel volunteers to train her.
Yay,
I know. Like, in this book, we finally get like a
little more from him.
And like barely, but it's always like nods, like he spit out his wine into his cup, or he like looked sideways at someone, or like his mouth kind of goes like,
and we're like,
he smiled. Write it down.
Yeah.
Everyone is mildly shocked, but he didn't grow up flying either. His wings existed, but they weren't used since he spent his childhood locked in his father's dungeon. No light, no training, enduring unimaginable cruelty. Which means he had to learn to fly later in life. Finally, like we just said, this book is giving us Asriel's breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
And we will eat them. So the schedule becomes morning training with Cassian, flight lessons with Asriel, and then Asriel will meet with Lucian. Busy day for our shadow singer.
Yeah.
Asriel's quiet kindness, combined with the rage Feyre feels for what he endures, sparks something in her. She turns to Nesta right then and there and explains Hybern's plan for the wall, the possibility that Nesta might actually be able to fix it. And then, more surprisingly, Amren immediately volunteers to train her, and then casually adds that she and Nesta will accompany them to the Hewn City. But why? Everyone's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Because, as Amren explains, quote, the Hewn City is a trove of objects of power. There may be opportunities to practice. Let the girl get a feel for what something like the wall or the cauldron might be like. Asriel adds one important word. Covertly. Of course.
Right.
So this also kind of brought up the question, like, why are all the magical items in the Hewn City?
I was just thinking that.
Like the mirror, the Veritas, the
Because people are afraid to go
what
there.
else?
And it actually is scary.
I guess, but
Versus
like,
Dolores.
why not put them in the library or the prison?
Yeah.
Like, why
But
is
people go to the
why
prison.
when people like, there's a tumultuous relationship at best between the two of like the Night Court and the Court of Nightmares. Like, why does Rhys decide like, yeah, we'll just store everything powerful in the Court of Nightmares?
I have a theory, but it will be spoilers, so we'll talk about it later. Pin in that
Fine.
later.
Put it in your notes on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fine. Jessica knows the answer.
I don't, but I have a theory.
Feyre is fully expecting Nesta to refuse all of this. Instead, Nesta calmly suggests they could simply kill the King of Hybern before this becomes a problem.
Very Cassian.
Yes, Cassian and Amren, like her boyfriend and her bestie. Fair. We'll see. Honestly, not wrong. Amren immediately responds, quote, "If you want the killing blow, girl, it's yours." We love a murderous mentorship. I love Amren.
Yep.
Nesta's new target on the hit list, the Mortal Queens. Except they may not be mortal anymore. But Azriel confirms that, like, he doesn't know. Like,
he can't
his
get
intelligence
access.
is conflicting. Like, some say they did turn, some say they didn't. He has questions. Nesta finally agrees to help the Night Court with conditions. She will assist them only if the plan includes killing the king and the queens. Wonderful. Progress.
Excellent.
Yeah, they can all agree to that.
Let's go.
Feyre then makes one more request that Nesta tell her story to the High Lords at the meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Show them what Hybern is capable of. The answer is a very hard hells to the fucking no.
Right.
Nesta cuts her off, quote, "You have no idea what it was or what was not. None. And I'm not going to grovel like one of those children of the blessed, begging the High Fae who would have gladly killed me as a mortal to help us. I'm not going to tell them that story. My story." My in italics. And that is the end of the conversation. She will not tell it, and if they ask Elaine to do it instead, Nesta promises they will meet their end.
This is so interesting to me. Again, this like fierce protection of Elaine.
Yes.
Like I'm like,
But then she just let Feyre like tra-la-la into the woods.
yeah,
That's what pisses Rhys off the most.
yeah. I'm like, I feel like there is something there where maybe there was an enchantment placed. Maybe there was an enchantment placed on Nesta by her mother, if her mother was a witch, to protect Elaine. And Nesta is a witch, and she's protecting Elaine because Elaine ellipses ... something has some type of, you know, whatever. But I'm like,
Well, we know she's pathetic. It is clear why she needs protection. We just don't know why people do it.
Stop it.
Crystal clear boundaries. And after that delightful family moment, Rhys and Feyre slip out for a walk together through Valaris. They joke a little about Nesta's bloodthirstiness and how she and Amren are perhaps a little too similar. Feyre also says at one point, she's like, "I actually wouldn't be surprised if she started drinking blood." And I was
Right,
like,
yeah. On brand.
Rhys jokingly calls Nesta difficult. Feyre notes that tonight actually went better than she expected, but she admits she made a mistake asking Nesta in front of everyone. She should have done it in private.
Yeah.
Rhys responds that he has made plenty of mistakes himself. We hate to agree with you, Rhys, but
Sure have.
yes, you have. He apologizes for insulting Nesta earlier. Feyre apologizes for snapping at him, and Rhys, forever our favorite emotionally competent High Lord, reminds her that she had every right to defend her family. Feyre then worries that she undermined him, and she apologizes for that too. And this leads to a really important moment between them. Rhys tells her that he wants her to question him, challenge him, push back. She is his equal. The only thing he asks is that those disagreements happen privately, not publicly in front of their court. A united front.
Right.
I mean, and then he goes to say, well, you can do it down the bond, but like, try not to like call me out in front of like,
Right.
you know.
You idiot.
Yeah, our people. And then when he says our people for the first time,
So lovely.
and our family, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Conflict resolved. Communication healthy. We love it. Feyre then asks the harder question, is working with Kier worth the pain it causes more?
It's a good question.
Rhys admits it's a terrible balance, but it's the best line he can walk right now. He also kind of has this line where I was like, ooh, Rhys, where he's like, kind of says she should be over it by now. And I'm like,
We don't get to decide people's timelines for dealing with their trauma.
yeah. So he's like, I kind of thought she'd be used to it or like something like at this point. And I'm like,
Yeah.
That's an L. That's an L, Rhys.
Yeah, agreed.
I didn't like that. Last time they visited the Court of Nightmares, Feyre had to play a very specific role.
Oh,
The role of his whore.
we remember.
Do we? This time she's High Lady, so what mask should she wear? Rhys tells her the choice is hers entirely. Duh. And the same goes for the upcoming High Lords meeting. So she kind of like talks about, well, we know what she does do, but she kind of talks about like how does she fit in with like the rest of that play that they put on or performance now that she's basically Reese's equal?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
what should she do?
What's the role?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like grappling with kind of what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Which I like a little internal conflict.
Yeah.
Like
Agreed.
our heroine. Not always, like she seems to be, but this one was interesting. I liked it. We also learned that the meeting will be protected by a ceasefire spell, forcing everyone to keep the peace, like at the High Lords meeting.
Yeah.
Which sounds reassuring until you remember Tamlin will be in that room.
Ooh.
Feyre admits she's a little anxious about seeing him again.
Yeah, no kidding. After you demolish his entire court. She's like, oh, I don't think he's going to be happy to see me.
Rhys confidently says no one would be stupid enough to start something under that spell. And I would just like to say that is giving Tam Bam a lot of credit. Like, he is dumb AF.
Yeah, and impulsive.
Yes, and like governed by like his
feelings.
Uncontrollable rage.
Yep.
Anywho, they also talk about Lucien. Rhys trusts him enough that she showed him his wings. But Rhys admits the real leverage is simple. Lucien's mate is in the Night Court.
Yes.
As long as Elaine is there, Lucien has a reason to stay and to behave. On their good side. Yep, yeah, exactly. Rhys adds an interesting observation, quote, his talent was wasted in the Spring Court. There was a reason he had that fox mask, you know. Babes. We have always known there's something more to our fox boy.
We're aware of RHYSAND.
Still, neither Rhys nor Feyre think Lucien is evil. They like agree on that.
Good.
They also agree trusting him blindly would be foolish.
Right. Again, he was a fox for a reason.
The game is afoot after all. And despite the war looming over everything, Rhys isn't letting the future slip away. He talks about the life they'll build after the war together. They stop at the little restaurant where the inner circle first gathered when Feyre arrived, the place where Rhys first felt Feyre's mind awaken again from under the mountain, like when she had the food. As they walk through the rainbow, Feyre makes a promise, quote, you in this city helped me wake up. Oh no. I'm going to cry again.
Oh no.
So cute. Helped bring me back to life. I will fight with everything I have to, Rhys. Everything. And babes, that sounds like a high lady preparing for war.
That's right. Get him, girl.
Get him. Now that they have Nesta, I mean, do they even need him?
Right, yeah. Just sicker.
Yeah.
Hot takes, theories, and thirsts. Let's go.
Okay. Feyre is referred to as Princess with ellipses. Crescent City, anyone?
That's what in my head I was like, is she at that part? I think she's at that part. Princess, Starborn Princess. Like, I know.
I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop the press.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All the royalty talk with the Archeron sisters. But yes, this one in
Not
particular.
Elaine. Is there any?
Not yet, but we also just don't talk about Elaine a lot.
Thank God. And then Amren. Serpentine.
I saw this. I was like, Jamie's gonna be all over this.
Yes. When she like, hello, Viper Queen.
Yep.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Isn't it interesting?
I wonder.
Right. And then worlds. Also, I was like plural. So like Amren's
across the world.
Because I had to do a double take while I was like typing the quote to make sure it was accurate.
Yeah.
And I was like, worlds.
Well, she does say she came from another world, but yes, for her to be like talking about it, like it's just underpinning and underlining that like there's more than just here.
Yeah.
And like that relate to Nesta.
Right.
Like in relation, not just like this general like.
But that Nesta will have an impact on more than one. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Steele referring to
Nesta. We both clocked
Witches,
that.
anyone?
Oh my God. I'm so sad that this is like a common theory because I was so proud of myself. I was like, I really feel like this could be it. And then boom, it's like all over the internet. And I'm like, fuck.
Also, there are some similarities between Manon and Nesta.
Yep. Yes.
Oh
my God, yeah. Like their personality. They're very similar.
I mean, Manon is definitely more vicious and
right. But give them a similar upbringing and they'd be very similar. Jame, I never even clocked that.
Like Manon cares so deeply for the people that she cares about and will like Like who's it? Is it Sorrel? No.
Oh, Soren? Astrin
Astrin
is her best friend.
bestie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the similarities between those two, I'm like,
Are Manon's eyes golden or silver?
golden.
That's kind of interesting, like
Mhm.
gold and silver.
Right? Because right? Yeah.
I think it's
she
golden.
has gold eyes.
Yeah,
with
because
white
the
hair.
gold is like the magical, like that's the color you want to
Yeah.
see in eyes, if I'm remembering right from the
I
witches.
thought so.
Yeah.
Witchlings.
And the witchlings. Yeah.
Oh my god, we've had Princeling, we've had Princess of, we've had we got Steel, we got Serpent.
Everywhere.
Oh my god.
Okay, your next one. Why does Amren call Nesta girl? I have like wondered that.
Right.
She always like, oh, hello, girl, and like,
And it's only her.
only
Maybe
Nesta.
because she is a young version of whatever Amron thinks she is.
What?
Like maybe she's not grown into like.
So like now she's a girl, but like later she'll be like grown into whatever it is she'll become.
Like I think she's emphasizing that she's brand new.
Ooh, that she's young and fresh and
But
new.
also, like, what is the Colonel? I need to reread Throne of Glass, like the witch chapters specifically, to
my
be
favorite
like,
chapters.
what are we talked about that? When people don't like the witch chapters, I'm like, we
no
can't be
taste.
friends.
Not everyone can have taste.
You're right. There's no accounting for taste.
There
Isn't
is
that
not.
the saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Feyre glowing left, right, center. As I was reading this, I was like, stop. Like, I am so glad you read Crescent City last, because it just, and especially now that we're doing this reread, I'm like, oh my God, it's everywhere. Also that this is a Dawn Court power, and we're hearing more and more about the Dawn Court. That like that's where Lucian went and got his friend is there who like made his eye, and like I'm very curious. Yeah, I think we're gonna learn a lot more about the Dawn Court. So I wanted to talk about how Elaine, when they go and they see her and she's in her room and she's all sad, there's a lot of language where she's described sort of over and over as like a void or empty, nothingness, like that she's white, and white is the color of death. And I'm like, this is fascinating. When they say her power is as a seer, there's something in, I can't remember if it's book 2 or book 3 of Crescent City, involving, like, it involves seers. That's all I'll say.
Well, they say that there's seer witches in Crescent City in the first book.
Right.
Yeah.
It plays a pretty big role moving forward. I wonder. Anyway, conclusion. Shall we wrap it up?
Yes.
This is a long one.
It was long. And that's our bookmark for today, babes. Lucian has officially crossed into the Loris. Plans are quietly forming, and the Archeron sisters are learning that surviving the cauldron was only the beginning. The war is coming, but first, the pieces have to find their places on the board.
Next up for our inner circle, new alliances, old grudges, and a certain red-haired fox discovering that the Night Court might not be the monsters he thought they were.
We want to hear from you as we continue to build this little corner of our world and fall in love as we dive into fantastical worlds, fabulous folklore, and fine males and men. Now that Lucian's here, we've kind of like rounded out the pack. Now we're just kind of like, hey, what about Aaron?
Hey!
Eris is kind of cute.
Yeah.
Why is everything he does sexy? Follow A Court of Books and Babes Pod on Instagram and TikTok, and click the subscribe button on YouTube. While you're at it, please take 5 minutes to rate and review our podcast on Apple, Spotify, and however you intake your podcasts, and share it with all the babes in your life.
Until next time, stay bookish, babes.